G'day, welcome to This Cycling Life. I was contacted this week by several people asking me to do a review of my bike that I used during the Giro Sardinia Stage Race. So here it is. This is my giant TCR Advanced SL carbon road bike, kindly painted up for me in these custom CCC Greg van Avermaet team colors by the folks at Anne-Mie Coatings in Nijlen in Belgium. Now, as you can see, the bike is built up with 11-speed Shimano Dura-Ace Di2 electronic shifting, as well as the brakes, an incredibly reliable, lightweight group set. On the back, you can see that I've actually fitted an 1132 SRAM red cassette, an amazing piece of engineering cut from a single block of alloy, the lightest production cassette on the market, and also very, very smooth in terms of the shifting. On the front end, I've got a Quark power meter with the carbon crank arms, Dura-Ace pedals, carbon pedals, a terrific stable platform. In Sardinia, I actually ran with a 52-34 combination on the front, together with the 1132 on the back. Now, why was that? Because during the Giro Sardinia, there were no flat or flat-ish high-speed sprint stages. Virtually all of the finishes were uphill, so no real need there for the 53 on the front. Of course, many of the stages in Sardinia were quite mountainous, with some climbs up to 15-16%, so there I absolutely used the 34-32 combination. You see here that I've got the Bontrager XXX lightweight bottle cages fitted, and for the saddle I've got a Physic Aliante carbon rail saddle. During the last 10 years of my cycling comeback, I've tried loads of different saddles. This one certainly the most comfortable, particularly for longer stages. Now on the front end, I've got a Zip 120mm stem, and as you can see here, I've also got the climbing shifters. Super useful, being able to shift gears while being on the flats of the bars without having to go to the brake levers. I certainly use those a lot on the mountain stages. You also see something a little bit unusual here. This is my Explorer X5 bike computer. Many people have never seen one of these before. Terrific little unit. Why? Because it's got all the features, the navigation, all the Ant Plus features, heart rate, power, all that stuff. But surprise, surprise, what do we got built in? We've got a video camera. You can see it on the front here. So during the Giro Sardinia, all that on-bike video footage you saw was shot with this Explorer. Quality not quite as good as a GoPro or perhaps a Shimano cam, but for me, that versatility of the integrated computer and camera is really, really useful. You see there's a record button. I just need to push that anytime during the race and it will record. Now the wheels that I've got fitted here are the giant SLR tubeless carbon wheels. These come in 30, 42 and 55mm heights. In fact, I've got all of those variations because I think these are brilliant and underrated wheels. DT Swiss internals, you can run them tubeless. I find them highly reliable and a great value package. Now fitted to the wheels, I've got the Schwalbe Pro 1 tires, tubeless tires in the 25mm variation. These tires have amongst the lowest rolling resistance of any tubeless tire on the market, and I also find that they're terrific in terms of puncture resistance. Now the other thing, of course, is that during the race in Sardinia, I took another pair of wheels with me. I took a set of Mavic R6 Exolith alloy wheels. Now, why was that? Because I knew that there were going to be some pretty treacherous descents in Sardinia and also some rain forecast. Now, what would have been my option? My option now would have been to take my disc bike, because I also have a disc road bike. However, in this build, this amazing bike comes in at just 6.7 kilograms, a bit over 6.8, 6.9 with the computer. So given the amount of climbing in Sardinia, I decided I wanted to go for lightweight over the disc brakes, which add about a kilo, more than a kilo to the weight of the bike. However, to compensate for that, I wanted secure braking, and that's why I took the Mavic R6 wheels. They have a special Exolith braking surface and I find brilliant. The other thing, of course, I did in Sardinia was for the most dangerous descent, which was going to be on stage 1, the descent of La Speranza climb. The day before, I went with my brother-in-law, Dirk Walters. We went on the motorbike and we actually did a full recon of that descent, taking video so that I was able to study it and memorize it. So disc brakes, are they an advantage? Sure, they can be, but there's also some disadvantages there, particularly the weight, which can be compensated for with a good set of alloy wheels and certainly doing your homework on descents during an event. The other thing, of course, that I did was just take one bike, because the brilliant thing about the Giant SLR, this Giant TCR, is that it converts into a very nice TT bike. Given the geometry of the bike, I can easily fit a DEDA Kronos TT cockpit, which I did. I've got a dedicated TT saddle, which allows that more forward position. And of course, I also fitted a 54-39 chainring set on the Quark cranks, and on the rear, a Karima disc wheel. Now, the thing about that setup, this TT setup, is this full TT bike comes in at just under 8 kilograms, which is pretty remarkable because most full dedicated TT rigs can be 8.5, even over 9 kilograms. So on a hilly circuit like Sardinia, that weight advantage is certainly a benefit, and I think would compensate for perhaps a little bit of less aerodynamics to a pure TT bike. Now, of course, this was also the rig, the Giant TCR Advanced SL, in the road version and the TT version that I took to the European Masters Games in Italy last year. I actually won the TT there on this setup while many other guys were on full dedicated TT rigs, and I came second in the road race. So for me, the Giant TCR Advanced SL is a terrific combination, an all-round bike, because of its versatility, its weight, and its ride quality. And of course, when it looks like this, again, thanks again to the guys at Anne-Mie Coatings in Nelen in Belgium, just a great bike, and I love riding it. So if you've liked this video, please do give us a thumbs up, and of course, do subscribe to the This Cycling Live YouTube channel.